certain thrill in a game of skill where each move is like steps to a dance.
Tabletop the Musical is about everything I can possibly imagine.
Heed the call, let your fortunes take the fall.
It starts with characters and people and blends into addiction, trial with fighting with yourself and battling those around you, trying to find a way to bring your real world issues into a place where you can actually work on them productively, failing at it miserably and trying again. Honestly, Tabletop is about finding yourself through your own passions and being true to what makes you be able to function and keep going through life even when it knocks you down.
Tabletop the Musical, it's about everything in TTRPGs, meeting friendship, meeting real life and the fantasy world, how those two things collide and what they are when you bring them together and the stories that we create with one another.
The time is nigh, we are by your side, we'll fearlessly answer the call.
Something I'd like everyone to know about Tabletop the Musical that might not inherently be obvious is this is not a show just for people who like musicals. This is not a show that's just for people who like TTRPGs. This is a show for people who like people and the relationships that you build with people. This is a show for people who are looking for themselves in the world, that are looking for people like them, that are looking for stories like them. We try to tell a very wide variety of them. And we've consulted with a lot of people in all walks of life to help bring their representation to the stage.
It finally falls to one side with a roll of the die. You can look Lady Luck in the eye. Don't betray me now. You only get one try.
The inspiration behind Tabletop was the merging of two passions. I've always found musicals and theater productions to be the greatest form of storytelling. It just brings so many elements together. And then when I started playing tabletop role-playing games, I realized that was theater with your closest friends in a small environment with ridiculous rules and crazy things happening, and you get to create the story yourselves. So we thought, why not put them together? Well, let's invent stories that we game with and put it into a show that we write, and we have two of our favorite things coming together to just make as much magic and story that we possibly can.
The TTRPG definitely came first. Always loved TTRPGs, played many of them over the years, basically since I was old enough to be able to understand them and play with the rules correctly. But the music didn't follow too far behind. I've always loved music. I always knew I wanted to do something with music, and TTRPG seemed like the perfect fit.
Together we will win, at least we hope. But with the roll of the die.
This musical was born from a musical called The Theory of Relativity. I always knew that I wanted to do a show about the world inside a TTRPG, but it wasn't until I saw that show that the idea clicked with me that this wasn't a show about the fantasy world. This was a show about the people who play it. That musical in particular, The Theory of Relativity, is about a bunch of different people with a bunch of separate stories, but how they are actually all interconnected because all humanity is interconnected. And so seeing that show, I went home immediately and said, this is what I have to do. I have to make a show that shows how TTRPGs connect people.
This show has evolved from a 3.5-hour really long and slow show to a tight, fun show. We wrote way too many songs, we had way too many storylines, and we've, simmered down the good parts to make it as concise as possible. And it's really mutated into, here's the stories that are important, and here's the people who need their stories told through this medium and through our process.
The show has just tightened up. They've really found the stories, they've really found the heart of each of these characters and expanded on them in a way that's really beautiful. The music is incredible. It's always been really fun. And I think we found something really special in this iteration that was always there.
You can look Lady Luck in the eye. Don't betray me.
We are presenting Tabletop the Musical at the Actors Company in the Let Live Theater space.
It's running November 3rd through the 19th, Fridays, 2 shows on Saturdays and shows on Sundays. And you can get tickets at mbstage.com/tickets.
Get off the table. Sorry.